Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Alvin here, and today's a little different. Today I'm actually at my late grandma and grandpa's house, which is this over here, this whole area. And yeah, we are going to visit it for the one last time before it gets sold. And yeah, just to reminisce how a very big house looks like back in the day. And let's just have a look and see and talk about it. Let's go. All this while, I've never realized that our post box, my grandfather's post box, is this small. And yeah, it's of course now it's unlocked. But it's here, and yeah. Anyway, I've already opened the door, and if it's a bit echoey, I'm so sorry because all the furnitures are not around anymore. And as you can tell from earlier, it's quite a big space. There used to be chairs all around here, all those big antique chairs that weigh a ton, I guess. The property agent helped us sell it to an antique fella, if I'm not wrong. Then you got another very big sofa. This time it's a wooden one over here. It's over here. Then there's one table right around in the center, I guess. As you can clearly see from the markings, the stain markings, it's all over. You can obviously tell. Then this, I will put a per square feet, areas per square feet, because I'm not very sure how big is this, because it encompasses the living room, 2 bedrooms, left and right. My grandfather used to stay on the left, my grandma used to stay on the right. And then over here, around this patch here, there's supposedly a TV console. It's either the altar is here, we will be repairing it over here, and then there's a TV console somewhere around here. Then it's a whole stretch of cupboard right around this piece. It's all there. I never knew what was in this, small underground compartment, which is now empty. There's nothing much inside. And yeah, this, at the back of this, if you are wondering, used to be another partition, another room, so to speak, that they carved out from floor to ceiling. And then this used to be my auntie's room, who took care of my grandparents on my mom's side. Yeah, and this is the very big living space. We used to, visit our grandma over here, come in, run in, and then we will gather, mingle around here. We don't really sit the chairs because it's quite a big area. My grandfather will usually, I will say the word, park himself here. There will be a very long lounge chair right here, right about here. Yeah, it's in the middle. It's either here or here, I'm not very sure, but somewhere around here. Then he will lounge here. My grandma would lounge there. And there's another sitting area all over here again. And then it's the paved way all the way to the kitchen. As you can tell, the kitchen. But before we head down to the kitchen, let me show you the 2 bedrooms. The tiles are old, man. Look at the tiles. Whew. And it's cold to the touch too. One of the reasons why this space that my grandfather had was quite cooling, even though we didn't really need to use the aircon. The aircon was used most probably when there's a lot of the families that will come and visit. Then she will start turning on the aircon. But other than that, because of the flooring is not so bad lah. Then the flooring is different in the two rooms. Then of course outside. In case you're wondering, outside is a bit rough lah. Outside is more rough, but it's an older tile lah. It's an older tile. Okay, we are heading into my grandfather's bedroom. This is considered the master bedroom. In case you're wondering, it's fairly big, as you can tell. Over here, that window goes out to the main front gate area. And of course, there's all these drawers that's already been emptied. The cleaners have really done it. This is built in, so these can't be removed at the moment. Then the bed will be here. His wardrobe will be somewhere around here, as you can tell from the markings. It's all here lah. It's all here. Then we don't usually come into this room lah. Of course, as you can tell, when we visit, it's all here. But when I was young, when I was very young, in case you're wondering, this house was bought in the late 80s lah. When I was very young, I used to come in a lot, come in here because of that, partly because of the aircon, partly because this is a new aircon by the way, partly because of the aircon. Then I get to play, and then there used to be a TV here, somewhere here. I don't really usually like to mingle, because as you know, my grandparents, they talk in Hokkien. I was very young, about 6, 7 years old, and my dad and my mom will usually mingle over there. I will play around here. And if you're wondering, there's a short story is these scar marks. Yes, I have these scar marks that's on my left fist. Back in the day, I don't know, I think I was playing wrestling or it was National Day. I can't remember then, but it's something that I was busily punching or doing marching or something, and over here there was a small little clock. Do you know those cuckoo clock? Those small little like grandfather clock. So I literally punched my grandfather's clock right through the face of the clock, and that's where I got my scars. If I had not pulled it out, it wouldn't have been like this, I think. If I have stayed in, but because I was in a shock, I kind of lost control, and then when I punched, I pulled it out, and then I held on to it, and then we were sent to Thomson Medical Center. Yeah, it's funny lah. And then why am I holding on to my mask? I'm in my grandfather's house. I'm indoors. Okay, let's go into my grandma's house, my room. I mean, my grandma's room, not much to go about. It's a fairly big room. It's actually quite big, but there used to be quite a bit of. There's two beds here, one here, one here. I believe, and I'm not wrong, is my grandma would sleep one side, and then if there was a maid, which we usually had, would sleep on the other side. Then the wardrobe is all here. Again, another room that I don't really venture in, partly because it was also locked. And yeah, this is one of the rooms. It's very big, very big. The fact that it's humongous lah. Just want to showcase how a room looks like back in the day lah. And right now we will head to the kitchen. The kitchen, it's astounding lah. It's something that it's a room on its own lah. It's a room on its own. Okay, my grandparents are on my mother's side. That's one thing. They had 8 children. If you consider one that passed away, it's 9 but 8 of them. 4 sons, 4 daughters. and it was son, daughter. And my mom was the eldest daughter, so to speak. So you can imagine how big my mother's side is. Anyway, this is the kitchen area. This is the kitchen area. Look at it. It's huge. Look at it. It's when we first get in here. Look at this. There's two ceiling fans. Two of them. Look at it. There's two ceiling fans. The so-called dining table will be here. Then there will be like two. If you can tell from the markings over here, there's two refrigerators. Then, yeah, it's the cooking area, the stove, surprisingly the basin, there's one here, and then there's one more at the back. Oh, speaking of basin, I needed to show you something. Let's go back to my grandma's place, grandfather's room. If you're wondering, why is there a basin in my grandfather's room? And yeah, just think for a second. My mother told me about it. Comment down below what you think. Why would my grandfather need a basin of all places in his room? Think about it and comment down below. Anywho, we'll go back to the kitchen now. The kitchen, this usually isn't really pulled down unless the aircon is on, then we will pull this. Other than that, this stays as it is. Then surprisingly, none of the fan works except for this one. Surprisingly. Anyway, over here, there's way too many stuff. My grandfather had way too many things. They had. It's unbelievable. They had like, let's give you a tour of it. It's huge. Look at it. All the canvas type of cupboards, the whatever they have, it's all here. There's another basin right over here. This basin is meant for these two toilets. These two toilets, one is a shower area. Technically it's two toilets, but usually one of them comes with an attached shower, so they will normally shower here because that, if I'm not wrong, that toilet doesn't work. And the plumbing is bad. Then this one, we usually use this one when we visit. We use this one instead. But of course, the plumbing sometimes gets clogged because of age. Then we will use some pail of water to just splash the water in. That's that for over here. And this is the kitchen. See the tiles see this tile, old timer tiles. It's unbelievable. The more I talk about it, the more I'm quite emotional right now. These grills are also very old, quite antique actually. Yeah, the fan also, it's like from the brand called Usha. Look at the. I'll show it to you. Man, is Hitachi still around? This is old, man. My God. This is a 老古董, man. This is a 老古董. We used to have this metal gate that we pull. It's so old. And we will lock it up, Still quite smooth, to be honest. And this one is to, again, like I mentioned earlier, is to do the aircon. When there's aircon, you will close this up so that the aircon doesn't escape, even to there also. So that's that. Ever since I was young, this Little Mermaid poster has always been here. And my God, it's been so long. Why my grandfather has it, I don't know. I really don't know. And this is one of the basin and mirrors that's here. The property agent who's selling this house for my auntie came down just only, and she was telling me that 1,257, that's how big the square feet is. But it doesn't really cover this area. this area all the way to the door there lah. Behind me, it does because this is the toilet. And this area is actually ours. But somehow my grandfather, cooked up this space and then it's his house so to speak. But when the property agent was selling it, he was selling it as it is from this side lah. Not sure how about this side, but it is what it is. The reason also partly is they are selling it is because of the roof also. This roof is a pain in the neck. When it rains, it just 老醉lah. The rainfall will just fall and we have to collect water. Back in the day, it was like this. To repair it's going to be a pain in the ass. And yeah, anyway, we will go out to the backyard, I guess. This backyard is a common backyard actually. Technically lah, but I'm going to show it to you lah. Look at this door, man. This door is such a cool door. So antique, this door. My God. Anyway, yeah, this is technically the common area lah. Yeah, it's the common area. Why? Because the spiral staircase is there. The spiral staircase is there, and then this area technically is a common space. How my late grandfather, took this space for his own, God knows. But it's, these gates are all fenced up over here. It's all fenced up, but this area technically is the common area lah. It technically is the common area. Back in the day, I wasn't told that it was or it wasn't. Only the property agent, when they starts telling me about it, and I realized it myself. Thing is old, man, over here. This is if I'm not wrong, metal. It's all metal. It's been holding its weight over here for God knows how many years already. We never really come back to this area, partly because again it's not really child friendly back in the day. Look at it. Now it's quite badly kept lah. But again, like I say, this area it's a common space for the 2 or 3 stories high building because of the spiral staircase over here. It's over there actually. So that's the reason why this space is out of bounds to us, but we don't really come here anyway. Let's head back inside lah. Let's head back inside. Okay, let me close this gate. Okay. Surprisingly, all the clocks are working though, which is kind of amazing. Oops, I stepped on something. So that's the tour of the house of my late grandfather and my late grandmother. 1,257 square feet. How much it sold for? I may put it in the video, I may not. I will see how. But it's as with the ruling by the Singapore government, every transaction in Singapore, any house or anything that's sold is made public of late lah. So that one you can always check it out. You've seen the that's the block number of this house anyway. Yeah, back in the day, 1980s, when my late grandfather bought this place, was about $200,000 Singapore dollars. 200,000 Singapore dollars. Now it's definitely in the millions lah. It's 1 million plus, but I'm not sure how much it actually sold for. But yeah, I'll catch you, and while I still look around and reminisce this place lah, a bit more before I part ways with this building or this house which I kind of grew up with lah. So thank you for watching. Take care, and I will see you when I see you. Do like the video if you like this walkthrough. Comment down below if you have some house that's similar, or you've seen a house that's this big. So thank you and take care. Bye bye.